What's up, everybody? Cedric and Cedric here, CRWC commentary, and we'll be reviewing Friday Night SmackDown way back from Valentine's Day because we got making up to do.
Yep.
Just weren't in the mood. My voice was, sounding better like this. I just didn't really care.
Had some tech issues with the microphone.
They broke.
Broke.
Well, one of them did. So had to wait to get new ones. Had no money. Yada yada. Same old, same old. But we here, we back. And yeah, we got to do this one. We got to answer viewers. There's 2 of those, maybe 3. And more current SmackDown leading up to the Elimination Chamber and all that stuff. So we're just going to breeze through this because it's been so long. We barely remember it. Maybe we'll remember it as we go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
We'll see.
So Cody comes out and he talks about Jey Uso choosing him or Gunther. He named some others. Then Drew McIntyre, he come out and he's upset that he's being labeled as also. And I was like, okay, you working hard to be mad about something.
Agreed.
Cody teaches him and then he does the recalling of his name. I kind of remember seeing that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Drew reminds him of his accomplishments. Cody reminds all that Solo isn't part of anything because he's not up to it. Then Jacob comes out and he's ready to get the belt back for his family. And the fans are chanting Fatu.
Jacob's over. Way over.
He was over before that.
Yeah, he's even more over now.
The fans just didn't know what to chant because they can't go with his music. So, Drew has nothing to do with it and leaves Cody alone with Jacob and Tama. Cody lets Jacob know that he has to qualify and win the Elimination Chamber, and then they can fight for the undisputed title. Then Solo, he gets out of a car looking clean, but not in bloodline colors.
They're all white.
Yep. Cody prepares to meet him, and Jacob stops him saying, me and Solo, we got words.
Got some stuff to handle.
Yep. Some family business. Cody says, all right. But certainly, I'm going to get the last word. It's like, all right. And I'm like, why you mad, Cody?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you mad? You won. You showed them up. What you mad about?
Mm-hmm.
So after the break, Tama asks a meerkat of a guy where Solo is, and he points down the hall, and Jacob bull rushes the meerkat and walks off.
Wait a minute, didn't Solo jump Cody the week before? He showed up in all black. So that's probably what Cody's mad at.
But you know what? You know what though? And I get it. Yeah, it's that's when it's scripted. You know how you gonna respond, yada yada yada. That yeah. But man, to handle it like a straight up boss, he jumps Cody. Cody mad. And then next week, Cody be like, you know what? I ain't even bothering with it. I ain't even bothering with it. I ain't even looking your way. You know why? Because I got this belt and I done beat you twice.
Take the Samoa Joe way. I'm sorry, Kurt.
We're done.
Kurt was mad as hell.
I was mad too. I was like, oh no.
He broke up with him.
Yes. Sorry, Kurt. We're done. No, we're not. Man, future endeavors, that's not half as bad as what Joe did. So then, Naomi versus Chelsea Green. Decent match. Naomi won. Split-legged moonsault for the pin.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn talks to the people, cuts promo. He does well in not moving his neck as he talks about having some nerve damage. He's sitting there with a neck brace on at home, allegedly, having nerve damage, being turned on, betrayed basically by Kevin for the zillionth time. And he promised that he and Kevin will fight again and it won't be fun. And I was like, it's pretty much like every other time y'all fought.
All right.
This is just y'all thing to do. Motor City Machine Guns versus Los Garza, and Guns win with Skull and Bones win. I won't go watch that match.
Yeah.
I won't go watch. I think we watched some of it, but it was just we was doing other stuff.
Yeah.
So backstage, Jacob throws a fit hollering for Solo, and then he finds him. Jacob wants answers. Solo says he needed to get his head right, and now he's ready to go. And Solo says they need to get things back in order, but first, Jacob has to qualify for the chamber. And Jacob was looking at him kind of like, you think you giving orders? So Jacob, he gives him that side eye as he turns. Solo takes hold of him, and fans are like, ooh. And I was like, Solo takes hold of his arm, and he says, I love you. And the fans like, oh, man, that's gross. I'm like, Jacob's been hollering since day one, I love you, Solo.
They ain't going to dispute that because it's him. He might come in the crowd.
Yeah, that's true. That. And Jacob almost looked like, get off me, man. But you could see it kind of, he cringed a little bit. He cringed. And so Jacob says nothing. He leaves. Tom looks at Solo. He gives him that up and down look like, it ain't your time anymore, man. And he walks off. And I'm like, I'll be damned. The fans were doing Thomas' catchphrase.
He didn't hear it at first. I heard it.
Yeah, I was about to say, Cedric had to tell me.
I was like, they doing his thing.
Because he walked out, he left him, did a little Bruce Lee nose wipe and left. And then you could just hear it. Yeah. I was like, oh, crap.
Yep.
I was like, he got that crap over. Oh, my goodness. So then Nakamura, he comes out and he talks a little bit. And the fans what him for all the stupidest reasons. And I know why. And I'm like, oh, that was a litmus test. And then, the ones get a laser beam and then instant death dart. They would just, that crowd would have been reduced to about maybe 1,000 people in an instant. But anyway, I had to note that, I was understanding him, but I was typing and not really hearing everything.
Well, he was talking, and the early part, you was able to understand. But it's like the more he went, the more incoherent it went. And I was paying attention. I was listening. The last part I couldn't catch.
English is a distant second language for him.
Oh yeah, he's trying, and I applaud his attempt. But whatever he finally ended up saying seemed to have, quote unquote, provoked LA Knight.
Well, see, that's when the script part comes in, because I don't know what he said, but I need to come out and do my promo. So he says he was going to beat him for the belt, but have but what, I don't know what I was right, but half the
aisles.
Half the aisles. Okay.
Of Tonga and Samoa. He
yes.
came out to interrupt.
That's what it was, because I didn't write it like island.
Yeah.
But he's like, I was going to beat him for the belt, but half the aisles of Tonga and Samoa came out. Okay. And then the Miz come out, properly insults the fans about falling for LA Knight shtick, which, yeah. And then Knight runs down the Miz, and as forgettable and irrelevant, the Miz and Knight go at each other, and it's personal as they cut into each other. The Miz can talk, which I was impressed, and Knight has always been able to talk. Mm-hmm. We watched him in the NWA way before this. And Knight eventually says, "Have you met you? You're such an impotent dork."
An impotent dork is what he called him.
And all this, he comes out, makes the match between them.
But the Miz was incensed. He didn't have no words after that. He just had to go fight.
So, have you met you? You're such an impotent dork. And the thing is, the fans going to leech on to that one. So, Knight versus Miz. Knight wins with double jump elbow drop for the pin. And I'm like, that's not even a mid-card finish. Maybe they're trying to turn it into a finish.
Maybe.
Nakamura enters with the belt. There's Knight. I'm like, they should have been fighting.
Mm-hmm.
You just roll up and then put your belt in my face. No.
Getting all close and feeling each other breathing.
And then R-Truth versus Carmelo Hayes. Truth comes out rapping his theme, and the fans are with it. It's been, wow.
Very long time.
Yeah. In the back, Andrade tells Miz that, it's like, I see that you lost. I can teach you something.
That shit was funny. And Andrade was as clean as the Board of Health. He had I remember this. He had monochrome navy blue blazer with the shirt. Man.
Hayes says people like, he walks up to the Miz. He's like, what people like, they never respect people like us. And the Miz says that they should team up, and Hayes is like, You can see Hayes, And then the Miz says, Mello don't Miz. A cringy, cool name, and this is why I could never like Miz. Why has he not changed? Is this really who he is? Because good grief, there'd be something I'd be like, I got to change something. But they show earlier R-Truth and Hayes talking. They pull a Rush Hour 3, and it's good. It's good. It's a short match. Hayes wins with his finishing pin.
Truth puts him over.
Yep, very well. Truth ain't even do none of his moves. It shows he can still carry a match. He ain't do any of his moves. It was nice. Nia Jax versus Tiffany Stratton, for the belt. Nia flubbed the Samoan drop and then didn't get Stratton up so she could just flip over for the sunset flip. They just crumpled in a heap.
Nia's abysmal.
Yep. Jax hit a super Samoan drop for a 2 count. I don't agree with that. Jax hit a super leg drop for a 2 count, and I didn't agree with that.
Well, her leg drops suck.
Yeah, but that's a big leg.
Yeah, but it's the big lower part of the leg.
Yeah, it's just ideally the knee pit is supposed to go across the neck.
So at least it gives you a visual sense that something has been done. But she may as well be just dropping her upper ankle on her. And it's like, yeah, you got a big ankle, but come on, man. It should look like you dropping full-fledged big woman thigh on her.
If Nia wants to look like it should be a finishing leg drop, which could be so easy, but I do not recommend because it will shorten you, compressing your spine, especially jumping off the second rope. But still, jump off and your leg, I'm going to say this, the lower part of your hamstring should come almost across the clavicle. Mm-hmm. And the rest of your leg held up, but across the rest of the body. And as big a woman as Nia is, it will look believable by most angles.
Yeah.
So if they show that, not from the inside of Nia to the head of the opponent, but on the outside, almost like how a fan would, that move wouldn't look devastating on TV, as well as it would already look in front of everybody else because they got floor seats.
Yeah.
In any case, just as Tiffany goes up for the moonsault, Lorraine grabs her and gains the DQ. Post-match, they beat down Tiffany. Trish Stratus comes out to the rescue. The heels back up to the entrance and Flair's music plays. She comes out and chooses Tiffany.
And Tiffany laid there rolling in pain
and writhing
for the longest time.
I was like, if Charlotte didn't have to come out, she would have been up 20 seconds ago.
And Charlotte, she wore the wrong outfit.
Charlotte's never gonna wear a good outfit. Never. It's just it's like those ugly fashion designer things you see on TV.
Yeah.
Aldis talks to Bianca and Naomi, and there's a video of Liv and Raquel walking away, but not from where Jade was hurt. I knew it. You knew what? They're just walking away. They could have showed me just walking down the aisle, be like, I knew it. It was him, that dude we never met. So, yeah. And then we get Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu versus Damian Priest, and it's a qualifying match. So the fans wanted Fatu to win.
Yep.
They were behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Outside, Priest hit the complete shot on Fatu. Braun pounced Priest over the table. Braun chokeslammed Fatu on the table. Fatu fought back and got the corner hip attacks on Braun. So that was a reliving right there. So Braun has a weakness and it's Fatu. Mm-hmm. Braun fought up, tries to return the favor, but Solo spiked him to help Fatu. Cody ran in and attacked Solo. Tama attacked Cody. So it's 2-on-1. Tama got spiked by Solo by accident. and Jacob is ready to eat Solo's lunch, which I don't really get because it was just a week or two ago, before this, might I add, when Tama got super kicked by Jay, I think it was, and Jacob just looked like, well, I guess he got super kicked. But he gets spiked, and now you ready to throw a fit? I'm like, I don't get it.
So Jay, although he's somewhat the enemy, he's family, okay? But the relationship is unchanged. Solo left. He left.
It's a little bit of bitterness.
Didn't say nothing. Didn't say hi, bye, fuck you, nothing. Just left. And then you show up supposed to be helping, and then you spite my main man over here. Talking about you love me.
Okay, I can see that. All right. Cody hit his finish on Solo on the floor. So y'all leaving now. It's over. And at the end, with Jacob out on the floor, Priest took care of Strowman with the choke slam and pin. And I wish Priest would change that choke slam because he's going to be about 4 inches shorter by the time his career is over. But that was it.
Yep.
That was that SmackDown. So look, that's going to do it for us for this, but we still got other stuff to do. We'll be uploading it probably very soon. So with that, this has been Cedric Cedar for CRWC commentary on Friday Night SmackDown-ish. And with that, I want y'all to be cool, be chill, be safe, so we can see you next time.